Greetings to you, dear companions and friends. Welcome to another video of the YouTube channel of Radio Uchu. In this video, we introduce and review the country known as the capital of gender reassignment in the world. You may not believe it, but Iran is the center of most gender reassignment operations in the world. Iran is known as one of the leading countries in the field of gender change, which has brought surprises and significant developments in this field. According to the National Library of Medicine, Iran holds the record for the most gender reassignment operations, and it is the paradise of SARS trans people. Also, the latest statistics from Iran's forensic doctor, which was provided by Kabar online site in 1991, said that in Iran, 270 Iranians undergo gender reassignment every year, of which 55 are female and 45 intend to become male. Please support us by pressing the subscribe button and the bell before watching the rest of this video. Since the early 1980s, the Iranian government has presented programs and policies to facilitate gender reassignment. In the field of gender change, Iran is known as a country with unique laws and a very different approach in this field. Gender change centers in Iran operate as centers to provide services to people who decide to change their gender. These centers include teams of medical, psychological, and other related experts who help people choose and implement gender reassignment. Treatment teams in these centers include various stages, including counseling, hormone therapy, and gender reassignment surgery. However, some experts and human rights activists in Iran and abroad have criticized Iran's approach in this field. Some of these criticisms include the shortcomings of existing laws and policies, the need for further reforms, and the lack of full rights for transgender people.
You know the world's capital for sex change therapy?
Probably Iran.
It's Tehran.
Yeah, because you can't be gay, but you can be trans.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's worth thinking about for about 5 years. Yeah, no kidding. That's really so. Like, who would have ever guessed that that was going to happen? Right? That's so miraculously surreal. But yeah, it's a huge problem. Sure, if you're a confused adolescent, one of the potential sources of your confusion is, say, your homosexual proclivity. Well, that's going to add to your doubt about the viability of your biological form. It's like, well, under the surgeon's knife for you. Oh, it's a complete catastrophe.
Nevertheless, gender change in Iran is still considered as a legal process recognized by the government, and people who are facing legal and social problems in other countries come to Iran to use the services of gender change centers in this country. The reasons that can explain the majority of gender reassignment in Iran are legality of gender change. In Iran, gender change is legally recognized and regulated by the government. This issue assures those who intend to change gender that their gender change process is under legal supervision. Cultural and social knowledge. In some cultures and societies, gender change may be more accepted as a legal, cultural, and social issue. Social and cultural thoughts in Iran may facilitate this process and give people more confidence in changing their gender. Needs of people in other countries. Some people seek access to gender reassignment services in countries where there are legal and social restrictions on gender reassignment. As a country that legally approves the process of gender change, Iran has been considered as a destination for these people. It is important to know that various factors can play a role in Iran's superiority in gender reassignment, and each country has its own approach to this issue. A more detailed examination and comparison with other countries can help to better understand this issue. Now the question may arise, what are the steps of gender change? The procedures for gender reassignment generally depend on the laws and medical and legal approaches of each country. In Iran, which is one of the countries where gender reassignment is legally recognized, the general stages of this process are consultation, diagnosis. The first step in the gender change process is counseling and diagnosis by the medical and psychological team. People who intend to change gender go to specialized centers and talk to the expert team about their decision to change gender and their needs. In this stage, psychological and medical evaluations are done. Hormone therapy. After diagnosis and approval by the medical and psychological team, some people may need hormone therapy. At this stage, hormones that correspond to the intended sex, for example, testosterone hormones for people born female, are prescribed. Hormone therapy is used to change physical and hormonal characteristics towards the desired gender. Gender reassignment surgery. If the decision is made to continue with the gender reassignment process, some people may undergo gender reassignment surgery. These surgeries include various surgeries, for example, surgeries to remove the original genitals and to construct genitals, according to the requested sex. These surgeries are performed by skilled medical teams in hospitals and specialized centers. Legal gender change. After completing the previous steps and obtaining the approval of the medical team, people can apply for a legal gender change. This includes changing the name, gender, and other related information in official documents such as birth certificate and national card. The stages and process of gender change may be different in each country, and in some countries, there are other stages. Also, people who decide to change their gender should familiarize themselves with the relevant laws and regulations in their own country and act according to the legal restrictions and requirements. Thank you for being with us so far in the video. If this video was useful to you, please share it with your friends and stay in touch with us in the comments section. And be sure to support us by liking and subscribing. Hope to see you in future videos.